All right, I think we're live. I'm trying to. All right, I think we're live. I'm going to try to mute my microphone. I'm muting my speakers on this YouTube so it doesn't duplicate my voice. Um, anyway, we are flying live. Let me turn my all right, thanks to AI, I can clean this up anytime. All right, let's try to hide some personal stuff if I have any laid out. Um, let's close some of this stuff because you never know what is available to the general public. Let's see. Okay, so you can see my whole screen. I'm going to minimize. I don't need that screen. That's not necessary. Okay, so how can I put this thing up there? I'm going to hide this screen. All right, so I am not on my, let's see, more. I want to hide this, hide message annotations. No. Floating meeting controls, hide floating, there we go. Okay, so meeting controls are gone. If I put my mouse up top, it may show back up again. I have no idea. How do I get it back? I have no idea. Hide. All right, I think this is the screen. This is the meeting screen that I'm going to be running out of. That's just my face. My screen is being shared. Okay, so that's fine. I think I can minimize this. There you go. Okay. That's my screen I'm looking at. Let's get off that screen. Okay, so now um we are live and Zay's calling in. He's gonna trying to help him with his Telegram voice. He's got an Android phone, and his Android is not his Android is not allowing him to talk to it. So my Android or my Mac Mini or my iPhone, any of them will allow me to click on Telegram and then leave a message. All right, I'm gonna tell it. Okay. Um, sent. I'm no, that's okay. I am trying to fix an Apple, and it should be in my troubleshooting, um, which I don't think I have up and running yet. Oh, let me put it in tech troubleshooting. Let's see, and then you can see everything. Um, no, I may have to clean that out. All right, we're not gonna do that. All right, so I need a procedure on getting an Android phone to use the either Gboard, the Google keyboard, or the Samsung keyboard, but it needs to be able to show um, the microphone on it so he can speak to it and it'll automatically convert his voice into text like I'm doing with you right now. So can you give me a procedure or layout, a procedure so we can do that? And send it to myself. I sent it. I'm going to show you my screen. This is my screen, and I don't think I have anything on there that important that you can see. No. Okay, so this is what Sneakers does. So Sneakers, this is hold on, my voice. That's the tech team. This is nice Sneakers. I don't have anything crazy in there, do I? No, that's just my specs. All right, good. I just asked that question. Okay. I'm trying to send that was my question to my bot, which is called Sneakers. I sent that to I have a Sneakers Direct, and then I have a CHS team. Now it just responded, and then I'm gonna try to play it without any echoes. Let's see what happens. And you can hear the bot talking back to you.
Creating a procedure doc for enabling voice to text on Android. Procedure doc is ready. Android voice to text setup. https://docs.google.com/d/1kgtxqtl aka UFX KJP0SBRCH B1WUZYK80S. Edit. Two options. Gboard recommended and Samsung keyboard. Both include the microphone enable steps and permission fix if it doesn't show up. Pull that up on your screen and walk Zay through it.
All right, so I'm gonna click on this link. They see the bot actually went out and found the link for Google Docs, unless it's Google Docs in my procedure. So actually, no. I told my bot, my personal assistant, however you want to call it. I said, hey, when I need some things, if I need something, create a user doc in my Google Docs to put a procedure together. So when I click on this, it's going to automatically come up with this Google Doc. It is still in my headings, right? Like I wanted to, but that's another ball game. But it gives you, it says, hey, install Google Gboard. That's what I have on my Android phone. So I think if you can't see my Android phone now, but my Android phone has a little microphone right underneath of it. He's using Samsung and it is not showing him all those little icons. So I was telling him he needs to switch, but I don't think he has Google Keyboard installed. So I'm going to walk him through installing Google Keyboard, and then we'll switch to Google Keyboard, and then we should be able to see that in his accessibilities. We may have to go into some of these settings, but that's what I'm going to walk him through. So once you get your bot to listen to you and write everything down, then that's half the battle. Then it'll spit you what you need back out in text. And then after that, it will show it'll read it back to you too. So if you're driving, that's the biggest thing. If you're driving, you just want to be able to say, hey, I'm giving me my to-do list of what I need to do today, or on my architecture for the pod, or if I want to add a skill, if I want to research something, it can do that while you're driving. So all the time you spend in the car, it's not dead time. You can just, you don't have to listen to music. You can, your audibles or whatever. You can literally like put your bot to work. It's working while you're driving. So when you get to your site, you could either still work from your phone, or you can pop up your laptop and get some things done. The only reason I use my laptop is just to show you I can access. I have my OpenClaw is built on Mac Mini, on top of my Mac Mini, so I can go to my Mac Mini right here, and I can connect to it. I don't think I have anything showing proprietary showing, but I can start my Mac Mini up just like this, and that's my bot. Okay, so when you run an OpenClaw, you have a terminal screen open. That's my, my CHS ATL bot at Mac Mini hyphen bots. That's mine is called Sneakers. So Sneakers, if I'm in the Sneaker, I'm talking directly to it here. If I'm in CHS Tech Team, that's where Zay is right now. I'm just waiting for him to. Yeah, I'm just waiting on him to respond. He's getting stuff set up. So after he gets that, we'll be able to do that. But I don't think I'm showing anything here proprietary, so we're still good. That user ID, I don't like that sitting there. We may have to click and change that. Okay, so anyway. So anyway, I got a bunch of stuff that this is a screen for Telegram. So I have Telegram running on the Mac Mini, and the bot is who we're talking to. So every group you create, say the home and garden group, that's my wife's gardening. So if in financial, we're not going in there, but if you like this tech team, I have people in this tech team, like it's 5 members. So the members can talk, and Sneakers will answer any questions, and it'll answer the questions with voice as well. So it'll answer and then text, and then you hit that play and it'll play it too. So these things are pretty incredible. You'll be able to, it took me a while to get it up and running because you had to kind of understand the whole process. But once you get it up and running, I mean, it is going to change your world. So if you get a chance, if you have any questions, any problems, you just give me a buzz. I think on my screen here, I'm gonna go back to my screen here. My screen's here. That's Phil Branch. That's my Zoom information. So if you want to Zoom, my Zoom ID, I do lives all the time. My Zoom ID is 404-277-0733. Um, I don't have a Patreon or anything like that yet. I'm getting out the bot's gonna build all that for me. So it's this is totally different process now. It'll allow you to do quite a bit. It'll build all the infrastructure you need around you to help you find your process and help keep adding on. Because it does cost a little bit to get started, but the benefits just night and day outweigh what you spend. It's just like anything else. You got to put a little bit up front. I had a Mac Mini. I had two Mac Minis, so I just took one of my Mac Minis, turned it into the bot, and then turned it on. And but when you first start, you're in this terminal window, and that's what freaks out most people. But really, there's one command. When you install your OpenClaw, I think it's openclaw.com or something like that. You go to OpenClaw, put the code in, put the command line in here, put the command line here, and then once you put the command line in, it'll automatically start up, and then it'll actually create a that's not it. I shouldn't be showing that. Let's get off this page. All right. It'll start with um I am trying to show you the OpenClaw control right here. So this is really the OpenClaw control, and is it showing? It's not showing anything. I have mine heart beating every hour, so it lets me know if it's broken or not working or something. So, but all the communication and everything are happening on my Telegram side. It's a lot easier to deal with. But if I have to install something, I will use this control panel, and I know that's my IP and everything else, but that's a local IP. So I have it behind two firewalls, so you couldn't get to it even if you saw it because it's on a local IP. So, but it goes out. It uses a browser, Brave browser, to get on the internet. It uses my Google account. I've given it its own phone number. So a phone from um, I bought a phone from on Amazon and just and use Twillo. I think it's called Twillo, not Twillo. Anyway, it's a cheap phone SIM card service. It's unlimited text and voice, and it gives you some amount of data. But I don't use the data because I always run my hotspots, my Wi-Fi myself, so I can attach the phone to if I need data. But it's flat $15 a month, so your costs are way low. But it can text when you're setting up. You're giving it its ID, its Apple ID. It's given its own phone number, its own email address. The email address is Phil. I don't want to show that either, but my emails are here. Yeah, so it has its own ID. And when you set it up, these are all the things I had to go through. So when I first started back in March 19th, I think I have some older stuff than that actually. But anyway, but Evernote, I shared Evernote with the Mac Mini, and I put like my API keys and because Evernote's encrypted. So you put your API keys and your just your raw instructions of every step you go through. You get that, you create the Apple ID. Then I created, Apple subscription. It needs a little bit of space, but really, Google, I already have a 2 terabyte storage with Google already. So that's where it's going. And then my NAS backs up everything. And I would always tell people to get a NAS because then you own your own data. The reason you build your own is because you own your own data. It's not sitting on the cloud somewhere. So all these, any kind of shared folders encrypted, and it goes to my NAS. My NAS backs up everything every hour of the day. So you never lose anything if something blows up or breaks. Um, so you got, you had to set up all the cloud services. You need the cloud control for Google so it can create documents for you and that kind of thing. Let's see, what kind of document can I show you that won't expose anything? Let's see, here's my Google Drive here. I don't want to show that. Let's see, let's go back to. All right, next time I'll have more, I'll have it set up a little better so I can show you some things. I have a couple documents that I was using, uh, system report. So I did a couple of reports that I have. I call it a sneaker system report, and it just shows my bot name. The OpenClaw is the platform, and the host. It gives you what is hosted on Mac Mini, gives you all that. It tells you your primary LM model. So your large language models that give you all your information behind. I have a primary. I use GPT 4.0. Then I use my fallback is GPT 4.40 mini. Then I use GPT 5.4, and then I use my fallback 3 is Claude Sonnet 4.6. So I got three fallbacks in case, because you'll get the error message that says, "Hey, you're not doing something," or you have to maximize, you're at the max of your limit. So you'll see that there's a lot of little stuff that goes on. Um, so I'm building mine so I can share with my tech team how so they can build theirs, but they can still use mine while they're building theirs. So I like to have ChatGPT and Google Gemini on my phone while I'm building my bot because I got two other assistants, two other agents helping me build the bot itself and say what's the best procedure. They'll write a prompt for you when you're trying to task the bot to do something. And then once you build a bot, the bot knows who you are. It remembers everything. It knows, hey, we worked on this yesterday. You want to work on this today? That's the difference between ChatGPT and this is it remembers everything. So you don't have to, you have to tell it, okay, how is my memory structured? Is it, is it, you know, um, and then you can get I got a couple third-party apps that actually look at my system, make sure it's up to date, make sure the structure is good, make sure it doesn't see any holes, any security issues, so you don't get any prompt injections and all that. You create your own whitelist. There's a lot of different things. I know people get concerned about things being. The only thing you have to really worry about is sharing stuff on your screen if you do lives or whatever, because you don't want people to see your API keys and that kind of thing. But you create these groups. The only thing I found out that was really good is you buy Telegram. It's like $35 a year, but you get to create all these groups and folders that you can put certain subjects in. And then now I'm doing Twilio. Twilio allows me to say, hey, why don't you send a text to Zay? And as I'm driving, my bot will actually, now it has access to a phone number, get a phone number. I already have a phone number. So it'll actually send that text to Zay and to my wife or to anybody, a client that I'm going to say, hey, I'm 15 minutes out, I'm 30 minutes out. and all that kind of stuff. So it's a game changer for sure. I mean, if people that had personal assistants before, they know how great personal assistants are, but this personal assistant works for you 24/7, and it's fantastic. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. Um, I'm gonna be doing lives pretty much every day, because I mean, I obviously have other clients I'm dealing with, so I won't, it'll be a random thing. I'm gonna put a calendar together and post it, and you guys can jump in on my calendar at any time if you need to get the one-on-one time. Just, you don't want to be on live, and you just want to do a one-on-one. That's in there too. So just call me, excuse me, uh, and we'll get to it. So I'm gonna leave it like this right now. I'm gonna close this. Actually, I just showed that on my screen because I have my Mac Mini screen is right over here on the right of me, and so I can see it. And I'll probably put another one of my cameras up so you can see, kind of maybe put it over here so you can see both screens at the same time. But right now, it's not necessary. We'll just, we'll build it as we fly it. And but I can show people how they can build theirs as we fly it as well. So anyway, I'll probably still record Zay's and our conversation on getting his Telegram up and running, because the Telegram is a big piece. That's what makes your voice communication work and sync, and 11 Labs is what I use in the background to get mine working. But there's so many free ones out there now. So people always say, hey, you don't need 11 Labs, you don't need ChatGPT. There's a lot of them out there that are free. Yes, they're free. You can use those. I time is important to me. I'm just trying to get this up and running, take care of some business. And yeah, the money you save, it probably adds up over time, but the money you lose by trying to, if somebody doesn't have their procedure together, or you get some code that's not clean or something like that, so I always expect if you pay for something a little bit, you'll get, they have to respect your security concerns and everything else. So that's why I used to pay, and I always use free stuff if I have, but I have to know the company and that kind of thing. Have to know what their rep is and all that. So anyway, enough of that. So we'll just keep it moving, and I will check back with you guys, and we'll take it from there. Let me get this done. I'm sure there's a clean way. And my bot will clean all this up. So I'm not too concerned about this dead time, because the bot will actually go in and say, okay, your meeting's over. Let's go ahead and clean out the dead spots and all the ums and everything else. And I still haven't created like a little Android bot that I don't have to have my face here. It'll just be on the screen like my picture is down there. So I can just roll out of the bed and just run in and do something real quick if it's on my mind. But I'm here, so it doesn't matter. I know live is better. Sometimes I can just talk to people. It's a little bit easier. So anyway, we'll cross all that. Let me see if I can stop this. I want to stop this first because yeah, my controls are hidden now. Display settings. There we go. All right, I'll have to fix that later too. Taskbar. Yeah, that's weird. That is weird. That's a Zoom function. All right, now here's the live stream. Okay, so let's turn this off. Stop live stream. There we go.